In 1985, Johnny Cash, Waylon Jennings, Willie Nelson, and Kris Kristofferson formed the country music supergroup The Highwaymen. Over the next 10 years and 3 albums, they thrilled fans around the globe. Then they vanished, like ghost riders in the sky. Here's the untold truth of The Highwaymen. Country music fans got the gift of a lifetime for Christmas in 1984, but it didn't come from Santa Claus. It came from Marty Stuart. At the time, Stuart was working with Johnny Cash's band, so he was on hand in Switzerland for the filming of a Johnny Cash Christmas TV special that also featured Willie Nelson, Waylon Jennings, and Kris Kristofferson as special guests. Back at the hotel, they got to jamming and hanging out and realized it would be fun to team up and try something new. It was also a second chance for Cash, who had been on a career downswing and was feeling low as a result. Stuart, who was also Cash's son-in-law at the time, said the idea of a supergroup was Johnny's, quote, first glimmer of hope in a while. But with 4 distinct singing voices, harmonizing proved difficult at first, especially between Cash and Nelson, who initially tried to record a duet album with little success. Luckily, Stuart had an idea and brought them the song Highwayman to cover.
I said, listen, 4 verses, 4 guys, no harmony required.
According to Stuart, Cash liked it, as long as he could sing the verse about the starship. The 4 country icons recorded Highwayman, and it went on to be the supergroup's only #1 single, winning the Grammy Award in 1985 for Best Country Song. In 1985, when the country legends released the album Highwayman, the supergroup had yet to officially name themselves. Instead, they simply listed all 4 of their individual names along with the album title. When they went on tour in 1990, though, they needed a name for the group, which is when they decided to adopt the name Highwaymen from their hit song and album. Just one problem: there was already a group called the Highwaymen, a folk group from the late 1950s and early 1960s. The original Highwaymen didn't appreciate their name being taken and filed a lawsuit. According to the Willie Nelson and Friends Museum, things were quickly smoothed over, and the folk group dropped the lawsuit in exchange for the opportunity to open for the new Highwaymen at a Los Angeles concert. While the Highwaymen are often thought of as 4 buddies who like to play music together, in reality, Cash and Nelson didn't really know each other that well prior to the Christmas special. According to Classic Country Music, Stuart explained,
John and Waylon were close, John and Kris were close, Kris and Willie were close, Waylon and Willie were close, but John and Willie were like this.
Cash's daughter, and musician in her own right, Rosanne Cash, told Rolling Stone in 2016 that the Highwaymen came out of pure friendship. There was no marketing guy who came and said, "This will be a good idea." My dad and Waylon were roommates in the 60s, hiding their drugs from each other. Kris is like his little brother for decades. They were all buddies, and they wanted to do it. There was one other buddy who was nearly in the group as well. In 2015, country legend Merle Haggard, who was close friends with all the members of the Highwaymen, revealed that they had asked him to join the group. Unfortunately for country music fans, though, he declined the offer. The 4 members of the Highwaymen were like brothers, and like brothers, that meant that they sometimes fought with each other. Shooter Jennings, Waylon's son, told Rolling Stone he remembers little skirmishes between some of the guys. My dad and Cash would get in a fight and not talk, or they'd get mad at Willie because Willie had one more song than everybody else. They were like brothers up there, bickering with each other. According to the Los Angeles Times, another point of contention was the political activism of Kris Kristofferson, whose views were often at odds with the more conservative Waylon Jennings. And Jennings didn't really appreciate Kristofferson's bringing his political agenda onto the stage, as he didn't think it had a place in entertainment. Jessie Coulter, Jennings' widow, spoke to Rolling Stone about it. Kris was very much into politics. Waylon never believed that you should use that platform of entertainment for that, so that really chafed him. But he understood Kris, and Kris understood him. It was a loving thing when Kris and Waylon got together, but on stage, when Kris would talk politics, Waylon wouldn't agree. After the success of the Highwaymen's first album in 1985, their 1990 release, Highwayman 2, didn't get the same commercial love as the debut album, AllMusic reported. Their 1995 album, The Road Goes On Forever, saw even less success and was the last recording by the supergroup. Jennings died in 2002, at just 64 years old, of complications related to diabetes, officially ending the Highwaymen's run. Cash's death was soon to follow in 2003. At 71, he also succumbed to health problems related to diabetes. Columbia Legacy released a Highwaymen box set in 2016 called The Highwaymen Live: American Outlaws that compiled some of their most memorable live performances. And in the PBS film The Highwaymen: Friends Till the End, Nelson and Kristofferson spoke about what their time with the Highwaymen meant to them. Kristofferson said, "For me, it was heaven. I was up there on stage with my heroes, the people that I worshipped. We did nothing we didn't want to do, and we stood up for things we believed in, and it was a beautiful life that way." Nelson said something similar. "I had 3 of my favorite people out there. I loved them all like brothers. We all got along good together, and we had fun together. We made a movie together. We toured the world a couple of times."
It was just some of the best times of my life.
Check out one of our newest videos right here. Plus, even more grunge videos about your favorite stuff are coming soon. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell so you don't miss a single one.